Have you been on the point where you cannot decide which path to take when there are many options are available? At this time, decision tree is there to help you. By this, you can see all the ways possible and which one is beneficial. Let's see. In this video, we will see introduction to decision tree, its construction, and how the decision tree works with its strength and weakness. So let's dive in. Decision tree is a popular tool for classification of choices and prediction of decisions. There was no clear history who invented it and how it was invented or when it was invented. In this technique, you came across a diagram or a chart that helps you to determine statistical probability or outcome of the choices you will make. It is mainly used to clarify, map out and find answer to complex problems. It has given the name because it resembles like a inverted tree, a diagram which have root at the top that branches out coming downward. A decision tree is a tree-like structure where each upper node denotes the test on subsubjects and branch represent the possible outcomes after passing through each test. A decision tree is drawn upside down with its root at the top. The construction of decision tree does not require any special knowledge, and so it is easy to use and anyone can make decision while drawing it. It gives you more accuracy in your decision that you have to make. It can also be used to learn knowledge which based on classification, which can be used same as the mind map. Components. It mainly has three components. First is the main node about which you have to make decision. Second is chance outcome, which shows many ways if you choose a particular path to follow. And third and the last is the end point, which is the final outcome. So first, node. Firstly, you have to set the main node or point about which you have to study the probabilities and how to make decision, which can be displayed as a square node with two or more arcs pointing to options. This arc represents the possible outcomes. Then second is potential decision, also known as branches. This is also known as chance nodes, which show probability or certain result. It is represented by a circle. In this stage, you have splitted the main set into subset based upon some attribute value. Here, each branch or subset represents possible decision or outcome. After chance node, if you have to make another decision, then make other square node in after the circle. In this way, you can come across the decision and its probabilities. If a result of a decision node is another decision, then keep dividing it. Outcome of each decision. This is also known as end node or leaves. At this node, your diagram or map is going to end. It is represented by a triangle node. You have to keep splitting nodes up to when splitting is no longer adds value to your prediction. Means triangle node in decision tree is a final outcome, after which you cannot make decision, it is the final one. So a path in decision tree from a square node to a triangular node or leaves shows you possible decision which may show risk or reward. So it shows the final and beneficial path you have to choose. Let's take example. You have to arrange a party, then where should you arrange it? In indoor or outside in a garden? This will be the decision you want to take, which can be shown as a square node. Then let's come to the second point, the chance outcomes. The chances are there will be rain or there will be not rain in both cases, which can be shown by circular node. So we show them as chance outcomes or possibilities in our tree. Then at last we come to the conclusions after the chance outcome, which can be shown as a triangular node, which are as follows. If we arrange the party indoor and there will be rain, then the party will get crowded but try there, and we are happy by proper feeling of being sensible. And if we arrange the party indoor and there will be not rain, then the party will be crowded and guests may feel hot and we regret about what might better have been done. And if the party is in the garden and if there is rain, then it is the worst condition. The rain will ruin the party, refreshment and damn guest. We feel unhappiness there. And at last we arrange the party outside and there is no rain. Then there will be very pleasant party and all guests will feel comfortable. How decision tree works. It is a graphical depiction of decision and its possible outcome or result. As it is graphical, you can see a whole picture which can be taken in different ways. It gives us clear picture to identify every potential option and its outcome. By this, we can see and predict what will happen in each path we follow. It shows us how and why one decision may lead to the next, so we can be clear about what we to follow to be best. It shows us to understand the weight of each point you make. It allows multiple possible solutions, and you can view each of them. It shows the relationship between different decisions, so you can understand the interdependence of each decision. It helps to assess the benefit and drawback at end nodes. In decision tree, the events must be mutually exclusive, means if one event happens, another cannot. Pruning. Pruning involves removing the branches that have low importance. By this way, we can reduce the complexity of the tree and thus increasing its predictive power by reducing overfitting. It helps to keep the picture clean and easily understandable. By pruning, you can come to final decision very clearly in a short time. Strength and weaknesses of decision tree. Let's first see the strength. It is able to generate understandable rules or path which can be gained quickly in short period of time. Perform classification without requiring much computation. You don't have to make calculations and critical thinking. It provides a clear indication of which fields are most important for prediction or classification. New possibilities can easily be added. If you think or identify another way of decision, then add to this picture by making another branch, so it can be edited and properly molded without making much changes. Little data preparations. You can draw large decision on a single little piece of paper. Able to handle multi-output problems because you are exposed to large decisional pathways and you come to know all the possible outcomes. Now let's see the weakness. Prone to error in classification problems but have low probability, which can be minimized if you think in a clear way. Computationally expensive to train, which make it difficult to make it in a software. Still, there are many applications present on the internet. Can be complex with too many pathways if you make many different outcomes to each node. Overcomplication or overfitting leads to analysis paralysis. Means by seeing much more complication and making many branches to node, you can't get to proper decision. This tree can be unstable because small variation in the data might result in completely different tree being generated. Means if you make a small change near the root of the tree, then all the way ahead of it get changes up to its final node.